everybody. We are here over at Boston Blue Beat for probably a very short stream, but I am Tuito and I'm joined by Ben.
Yo, what's going on, guys? We got another burst limit week coming at you, and this one was last week the same format as this one?
I think last week was teams. It's hard to keep track, I'm not gonna lie. We're doing a bunch of different stuff. Folks, we're in our off week basically for burst limit, and we're going to be cozying it on up with a couple of different format things for the next couple of weeks as we get into the think of it with a couple of other things going on. At least in terms of BlazBlue, we do have our top 8 qualifier set. So that's Killer Kobe's, Dawn, Fuzzama, Ice School, Play Guy, Adroth, Sprite Cranberry, and Quetzalcoatl. Those are subject to change depending on if players can't make it, if there's conflicts, and so on and so forth. Y'all know how the story goes. But yeah, that being said, for our bracket today, we had a ladder format. So our top 4 standings, so for winners finals, it is Dawn versus Fuzzama. And then for loser semis finals, it is going to be ShadyPun versus Garanex. So on stream first, we're going to be running our winners finals. So it'll be Dawn and Fuzzama. Once they get in here, please feel free to just start up immediately. No need to wait on our account. But I was sad because I originally actually wanted to go in this bracket. Because I haven't done much laddering, and I don't know, and I'm curious how the players felt about ladders, because I've never done that. I'm just too used to lobbies and just running sets real fast.
Yeah. What is our top 4 looking like? What was the finalized thing there? I did not quite catch that.
Oh yeah. So for winners finals, it is Dawn versus Fuzzama. And then in loser semis finals, it is ShadyPun versus Garanex.
Oh, okay. We got a lot of snakes up in here in top 4.
There's too many snakes, man. There's so many.
Actually, who's Shady play? Do we just have a full snake? Because they get the Hazama they got the Hazama icon on Start GG here.
I get people too mixed in. I always think that every other player that I don't recognize is like a Ragna for whatever reason. It's bad. It's really bad.
Profiling people.
It'd be like that. But okay. So
it's just like a normal top 4, right? So it's gonna be 3 out of 5, 2 out of 3, and then 3 out of 5? Okay.
Exactly.
Okay. Yeah, this was sprung on me. I did not know we're doing a format like this. I was a bit surprised, but
look, it's an off week. Sometimes we got to do a little different stuff. All good. But yeah, in general, folks, for the stream here, at the very least, this is gonna play out like a pretty quick top 4. So I don't know, buckle up, eat your popcorn, whatever you want, as we go into winners finals here real quick.
Alright, so this is a Boston BB Classic here, winners finals. This is basically as if we're just watching a normal tournament unfold, I feel like. These guys are always playing, at least in the top 3 in some capacity.
Yeah, they usually end up running into each other here. I feel like I've said variations of this time and time again, but these guys are here pretty frequently for a reason. And it's pretty interesting to, at the very least, see some of the players as we're going into our qualifiers here again. Oh my god, what an air throw. Hold on a second. Oh my gosh.
So Juicy kind of doing a lot right now.
Oh my god.
I had the meter to stay safe, but it's still stuck, just having to deal with a couple misses there. It does not quite block out the rest of the bios. And
honestly, pretty good recognition here from Fuzzama, honestly, because I think when I see dual bios, it's like a deer in headlights moment. It's very easy for me to freeze up there. Quick burst is coming out here. The run-up throw ends up whiffing. Kind of in a decent spot at mid-screen, but unfortunately, Fuzzama not quite on the ball with a potentially challenging Dom there.
Yeah, and expensive burst to try and get that round 2, so pretty low going into this next round 2, but snipe on the chain, no team confirmed there.
Oh my god, far enough for the 5D to actually hit with like the clean hit too. That's really surprising. Unfortunately, couldn't convert for the rest of the route there. Tried to keep it real optimal and get as much filler as possible, but now it's going to lead to Don in a pretty damn good position here. Might build up almost 50 meter to go here, yeah. Oh my god.
Doesn't spend it, but so got some doll on deck. Might set bios on this next knockdown just to kind of get that checkmate. Nope. Goes for some
Option early.
Yeah.
Yeah, trying to set up more high lows here. Alright, and now from Don, getting the burst out of Fuzz is really great. There's one thing that Fuzz is super consistent at. That man will kill you if he has a good counter hit and OD on deck. I have seen him hit really good damage ceilings very consistently. Another big call out on the counter assault with the dual BIOS. Really good from Don here, trying to find some mix up from Fuzz, who just sits still some 2Cs.
Yeah, that counter assault situation playing out exactly the same again, and Fuzz living on a pixel here, trying to stay alive, not lose this first game here. Got the pressure going, and finds the tag, and actually squeezes out, tying up this first game, like the round 1-1 on this first game.
I know, it feels like it's been almost like 2 games to me, like frankly. That second round especially was super extended here.
Especially up there.
Yeah, these guys are whiffing a bit at like the mid-range. We're not really seeing any like major confirmation here. Like it's been, as I would like to say it, like it's been quick skirmishes, like quick battles, so to speak.
Yeah. Oh, Dasher 6B, not quite what he's looking for, I'm guessing, but Don capitalized on it, pushes Fuzz right to the corner here, got the doll pressure going.
And Don's been, surprisingly, Don's continued to go with the delay air dash JB JCs there. It's almost like weird when like you realize that someone's not going for the he's opting for a lot of big burst bait here, mind you.
Yeah.
This should lead to this should lead to the first game going in Don's favor, in fact.
Yeah, absolutely. I saw him that delayed jump cancel. He jumped and did nothing. He was really holding on for that burst and gets it. It paid off, and Don going up for the first game here.
As we're going into the second game, I'm very curious to see what ends up shifting. Again, like I really do feel that like the core problem at hand is that like Fuzzama's really unable to navigate out of Don's advantage state. Like once Don has him in the corner, they're usually Fuzz leaves like bruised, battered, or otherwise like severely injured with like almost like 30% left.
Yeah, and it is a bit of a tougher spot for someone like Fuzzama to kind of get out of. Like not quite equipped with a meterless reversal or much to threaten without like OD and stuff. And even then, Relius can potentially cover those options a little bit better than some other characters now.
Yeah, I think the weirdness of it is that like, I guess the best way to put it is like every CF character on offense is good as long as they can like mitigate or like do a lot of things with like low risk, and it feels like for Fuzzama here, like they're unable to either like commit to the risks that are necessary for some offensive situations, or like they just end up choosing wrong and losing a good amount of health for it. But right now things are looking on the up and up, trying to snipe out the up back input potentially from Don there with the flash kick follow up here, but no dice. Oh my god, ends up crouching under the JA. I've never seen that actually happen.
Give him another leaves on life here, and does the quick RC there to catch Don. Probably attempting to up back the stance mix up there. Now Fuzz up on the round here. A snipe from the doll full screen on the wheel.
That's not a snipe. That's like it's not a tactical move, but like it's a bit of a tank. It just kind of like that 2-4A, the way it's able to just roll through and disrupt everything happening is wild.
Oh, no, on the final hit there, I think.
I'm not even too sure. I genuinely can't tell. It looked like a counter hit, so I'm not too sure what Fuzz pressed. Don managing to regen the entire doll gauge, which is looking fantastic. Lots of IBs from Fuzz, which is very good for forcing out like Don to extend pressure, but it seems like it doesn't even matter like with the way that he's been able to continue on here. He's going to get the resummon? No, he's just going to kill outright.
Yeah, spent the meter to get the doll back, but the combo there just killed anyway, so The doll was not needed on that wake up.
Not at all, not at all.
Okay, dodging the doll here. Skip a jab starter, but it's enough to set the doll even mid-screen here. Back with the blue beat.
And again, I'm really surprised by the places where like Fuzz is getting caught high. Oh no! I think maybe the delay tech there from Fuzz ended up messing up the media timing for the 2-2X.
Yeah, and then gets a nice little blue beat pickup there for some extra damage and swapping sides. And just the air throw to put Dom right back in the corner.
Oh no! Combo. Maybe that was meant to be a micro dash 6-6A. It's a little hard to tell there.
Yeah.
Oh god. Yeah, that was definitely a burst point. Because with that starter, especially with Fuzz having like OD evade. Whoa! C follow up directly into the air throw is crazy. Oh, we're gonna stun a little.
That was optimal to save time.
No, that was not. I will tell you right now, that was not optimal for the speed run. I will say finishing around by saying "Hey, catch" to yourself is pretty wild, though.
Reel him in
and just catch him. All right. It's 1-1 here. Honestly, I really do feel that Don's offense is still yielding some pretty great reward, but it feels like Fuzz is playing, not greasy is the right word for it, but he's a lot more slippery. That's it. I'm not trying to say that, guys. It'd be really mean. I'm not trying to say that.
Oh, BlazBlue player is greasy.
No, he's slippery. He's playing his armor. You gotta be slippery.
Ooh. God. That was pretty big counter hit. Drops out. Awkward height, I guess. Definitely pretty height. Yeah.
My big thing is that like Fuzz is not the type of player to like usually go for tournament combos. Like
no,
Fuzz will attempt to do the hard stuff the vast majority of time. And while that can be for like a really big benefit, especially if you want to like maximize your hit in some like or minimize the amount of times you got to open somebody up, especially for bracket, it does result in times in which like Fuzz ends up whoa. Oh, that's what happened. So Fuzz immediately did the D follow up to the chain, because otherwise I thought that was just gonna clash with or air throw was just that silly. You can never tell.
Fuzz. Oh,
I don't know if that was meant to be burst, if that was meant to be OD, yeah.
Well, gets a nice little tech out here, a jab starter. Probably not gonna have to kill because of that, but it's still gonna do some good damage and bring down to the corner here.
I can't lie, that's great damage. That's 4K straight up. And keeps it burst safe. 8-8.
I like that.
Alright. We're going into round 2 of this. Fuzz down and overdrive. Oh god. This is not what you want to start. Getting put in the corner immediately by Dawn here. Once again, he's still going for like the delay overheads. Ends up mixing in the 2D6D there. Nice command grab to manage here.
So this is just the burst regen round for Fuzz. Next,
oh my god.
JATRM.
Oh my god, another air throw. This is insane. I'm not gonna lie. What kills me is that it was the TRM beforehand. Otherwise, I would have been like, maybe you just gotta like throw tech and pray. But it's not looking like that right now. Up back JA connects. Oh my god.
RC, I'm not sure.
I think that RC was supposed to be for like Dawn blocking it, but he got hit, which ended up resulting in a weirder scenario. He meant to press something completely different there, and ended up getting mad and then popping the burst there. That is really, really not what you want to see.
You know, I said that was the burst regen round, and he's going into round 3 with 1.
Well, he got the whole thing of it. You know, spend money to make money or something like that.
Spend money to make money. Lose again?
You know. Alright, this is pretty good. 2-1 for B? No. Fuck's been going for the 6B relatively frequently. I don't know if he's messing up like a micro dash 2B, because I know that you can either do that or you can whiff 6B to check for delay text, but I don't know. At the very least right now, this is going to be a hard knockdown in the mix.
Blocks it.
On.
Oh, he was so ready for that jump. But drops to confirm. A little tragic.
Oh, God.
Again, leaving on the table.
He didn't get caught coming down like that, so he kind of got away with murder there. Able to chain away from Ignis, but with none of them left, Dawn is like opting to send her out to snipe the super jump backs there from Fuzz. All right, lots of jumps in the pressure. I don't think Dawn wants to hold anything. He's chicken blocking like his marble.
Oh, finally get the non-blue loop. It doesn't confirm.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on there, because Fuzzama has, oh, what a nice hit. He actually has to go into Astral from here, because nothing else would kill in terms of his supers. It's either that or do something way harder, and 2D Astral is pretty damn consistent.
Unironically, optimal Astral?
Yeah, and like, it was the only available confirm that would easily kill without overcomplicating it. Like, that is the simplest thing that Fuzz could do, other than just playing the next interaction off of a knockdown. Which is pretty nuts, I'm not gonna lie.
That was pretty nuts. Thank God Fuzz knows how to do that input. I would have got cooked there and just dropped that.
Oh, I hate the pretzel inputs. Those are some. When you can actually in BlazBlue you can shortcut it. You do like it's like a double half circle something.
Yeah, you have to end that on 3, I believe.
Something like that. You can do that to simplify things, and there's a lot of hits done and wind up on 2D that usually like you have like a reasonable amount of time to start buffering. Again, that's if the hit makes sense and blah blah blah. Oh my God. No air dash, no chain, no nothing. Just a raw super jump forward into air throw.
You know they're not ready for it. Oh, catches the no-tech with a 6C. Going off the burst. And...
oh no, not close enough. The 2D ends up anti-airing. Oh my God. Yo, he's dead. He's actually already dead. That...
Now this is the speedrun round.
No, because mind you, the round went down 30 seconds. Like, that's not even like, you know, there's been probably faster rounds than it that we'll see today. It's just the fact that, like, the interaction with themselves felt so fast. Alright, Dawn finally starting to go low there. Fuzz is still willing and able to block here. Dawn's gonna look for a place to desummon. Let's see what Fuzz's option is on challenging. And oh my God, catching the delay 2A pressure there. Doesn't get any micro dash or what have you, but this is still fine. Dawn's gonna end up in the corner regardless.
Yeah, good damage here. That's a 3K.
Oh God.
Oh,
we confirm those two. Active's available, but there's at least one more interaction after this, and Dawn's got a burst to work with. Let's see what happens here.
Incredible damage here.
Oh God. He just hit up back JC. I'm not gonna lie, I feel like I'm watching Luke hit like up back like heavy punch or something. He just slams his like fist down on somebody. Alright, Buzz is more or less gonna block this. Oh my God, no! He sent himself back in! Oh no, 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 not burst combo back into dual biome! No, you can't back dash there! Oh my God, it's because it was airborne and Dawn wasn't ready for it. He techs the air throw, however. We're back to neutral. Fuzz is not trying to look for any 63D. Dawn is panicking a little bit with the JAs, but the last trade ends up getting it done.
There was a lot right at the end there. That was a bit much.
So I think that Fuzz's objective with backdashing there, I'm gonna take a stab and guess that he wanted to backdash so that the dual BIOS hit him airborne so he could tech out of it.
Yeah.
I would be shocked if Relius did not have a way to cover for that. But it was such a scrambly, such a strange scenario that it just ended up manifesting in this way. Super, super crazy.
Yeah, almost. I couldn't believe that burst into the last hit of BIOS back into BIOS either.
Oh my God, yeah. Oh, well, let's talk about that, dude. What a character. Oh my God. This man sent out BIOS. You get hit.
Fuzz gets the first one. Starts getting the finds the hit. Dawn don't want to deal with that. Bursts him back into it. Gets punched right back up. gets a small confirm after to go right back into bios. That's some real set play right there.
That's some real anime shit. That is true anime.
That is peak blazblue.
Mm-hmm. All right, so let's see what we got coming up here. I don't know until I say. Oh, okay. Wow, we are committed here. I know.
Oh my god, this actually is 3 Ozumas but Garanex is choosing to not play the mirror.
He's resisting, I guess.
He's resisting. Add a little variety.
See, I don't know which Fuzamas do like the mirror though. I think they all hate it in very.
When I played this game, I didn't. So I can't say I don't see the vision.
Oh, I'm surprised about the OD on the safe jump. I'm not gonna lie, that really does feel like super advantageous for now to here. Oh no, Shady's not able to get the full confirm. A good up back, should be able to go into. Oh, okay. Enhanced Kite wants to take Shady back to the corner here.
Yeah, do some damage here. Doesn't have pressure going. Nice block on the overhead. First time showing it, not the second one though.
Oh no, not quite there with the buffer on the enhanced Rekka, but the immediate dash up BBB. Oh my god. Now this combo should lead to a relatively simple kill, just has to go for the air smasher and that'll get her done.
Add another one, prepped and ready too.
Seriously, that buffer's mad fun to hit.
Okay.
Garanex, I think, is trying to use some JD in order to like cover some of the movement. I think Shady's been, you know. Oh no, that was a backdash and a half. Don't you just hate it?
I can't believe that crossed up just enough for that to become a dash.
Yeah, that is actually painful. Mind you, because Fuzzama has a step dash in particular, he was like forced to like run into that scenario. Like there was nothing that could have been done to just like dash block. I always forget like if Fuzzama's the step dash character or one of them that gets to dash jump, but it's a little complicated here. Oh, this is just a full arm. I thought this was some or something.
I was not ready for that. Jump back healing. Oh, you might be dead.
You are not dead. Not enough meter to work with, but it is definitely next hit kills. Oh, trying to be a little cheeky with the purple throw here. People will purple throw for $20. Oh my god!
I don't think that's how that was. I don't think that's how Garanex wanted that to work.
If I'm Garanex, the way that I am TRMing or doing walk-up 6B will be learned by generations. Like, that is a very frustrating thing to eat, but that also tells you that your opponent's not throw-OSing, which means that you now get to use your throw-in moves to just walk up on them and like, assert dominance. And Naruto 6B, with the special cancel it has, could be really good, but I don't know if Garanex is going to do that, or if he's just going to end up looking for other stuff. Oh god. What a strange interaction here. I like that from Garrett. He doesn't end up getting the like the 5A 2C or what have you, but just realizing like the situation at hand and like keeping it simple on Naruto is so important because like, especially when you like sub the character, and this is really just me speaking for myself here, you can get lost in the sauce like crazy.
Yeah. If you know you're not hitting the fancy stuff, there's nothing wrong with taking the simpler road.
Yeah.
This character does everything. Like, the other things that this character does that are strong is more than enough to take you like where you need to go.
Yeah. This character's a cheater character that has the audacity to make me think I'm nice. He's very, very good. I do something and I know it's nonsensical, and I think in the back of my head, nah, I'm just sick, though. And I'm like, oh, the virus, it's infecting me to the very core.
Now you see why Naruto's play like that.
I really do.
Oh my god.
Alright, I don't understand that. That I'm not doing. That is ballsy, to put it lightly. And not even for like huge reward. Great OD on the 5C though. Oh my god.
That's the second time that's happened too. I think last round Garanex did the same thing. OD right through a 5C, got a nice punish. Ooh.
This OD not really working out super well. Garanex with a very aggro DP here. it does feel like he's been opting between crackhead energy, truly, with like a lot of the run-up DDPs, versus playing it a little slower and then looking for like IAD opportunities. Like, we haven't even seen like much of stuff like Enhanced Kai. That was really fast for an Enhanced DP. What? Oh my god. Speaking it into existence, there's the Kai right there on the block stance cancel from Shady.
Yeah, and more than enough damage off that to finish up that run.
Oh,
6C?
it's either that or it was a messed up micro dash 5C. It's genuinely hard to tell. Like the
energy felt like, oh my god.
Speaking of, oh damn. Okay, it's fine. Okay, it's actually not fine. It's actually not fine. This is, oh
my god,
not really working out. I think the way that JD wants it to.
I mean, they did do a good amount of damage given the circumstance there, about like 55%.
You are doing micro dash 2C on net play on the portable. Sorry, the personal computer. You are insane. Okay. Please just throw Asper. Okay, that's fine. CA ends up coming out. That doesn't punish. Oh, they didn't believe in the recovery! Ay. So, for context, while Naruto Super is, like, most certainly punishable, the problem with it is that he recovers absurdly fast. So he makes contact with you, and then he's like, alright, my bad. Like, by the time you, like, sometimes realize you either blocked it or he whiffed it.
Yeah, you gotta be fast on... It's like minus, but it's not even minus a lot, right? It's like minus 8 or a single digit, or is it...
It's gotta be minus double digits, but, I think it's like, it's either that or it's like minus 11 or something like that. I will look this up, actually, because now I'm curious. But,
what the number you think would be for whiffing, or not whiffing, I guess, but blocking a super?
Oh, yeah. Man, I must have been talking to Jiv or something. Yeah, minus 11.
Minus 11.
Yep. It's really dumb.
You better be ready to punish that.
Yeah. Alright. So yeah, we are now going right into that. You better not be doing a quick first two, y'all. We gotta get out of here. We're in here, out of here, y'all. Y'all are crackheads for this game. I love that. That also means we want to make sure the bracket runs quick, so y'all can get to every other game you got going on.
Yeah, so helping you guys out.
Well, looks like Garanex is sticking with it now, though. I'm surprised, man.
That maybe you still got that energy from that from the shady set.
Perhaps, but when the risk is getting bitten into some set play, it can be very tough. I really like the dash unders from Garanex, but I want to talk about the interaction a little more later because it is genuinely interesting, as silly as it looks. Oh no, baby, what is you doing? Oh, okay, you know what? I don't mind that burst.
Yeah, not a bad burst here, but finding it hard to kind of do anything that DP was so active, it actually beat out the dog for the core.
Alright, let's see. Do you opt for Phantom Pain Oki or do you miss the micro dash 5C, but that's fine. Back to mid screen here, and yeah, Garanex is really trying to like paint the whole stage red with the amount of DD.
The success rate on it is pretty high right now. I'm not gonna lie.
It is. Oh my, you are so greedy. Ain't no way you do a like falling button into D-summon in the air. You are either greedy or you miss input. That is absurd. I have never seen a JD do that exact thing. We can talk about that one later. Cross up. Side low. You gotta press at some point, yeah. So if Relius is doing that, like, it can be really frustrating, but like, I swear to you, if you are calling out the timing, you can just anti-air. Like, especially as Naruto, you can just click like a 2C. And it feels unbelievable, but part of the reason why this works is that like Relius is like J60 and J2D, where he sends like the doll out. That counts as a head property move, so you can anti-air like the swipe. And so if you make contact with it, you can still just jump cancel afterwards if you're like really that pressed.
actually surprised that doll actually had a block move there.
Trust me, if it wasn't, Relius would be doing really stupid glide pressure. But it basically means that you can anti-air the doll, and then, like, you know, typically if you hit the doll and Relius is flying, then, like, you're kind of screwed, much like that, like, unfortunate burst there. It's, you really just have to guess on when you're the person getting hit, so it just is what it is.
Oh, the Insta rematch, too.
Yo, these guys are, again, these guys are fiends for this game, dude. Like, I do not comprehend, but it's just the way that it's just the way of the world, I guess. You understand?
I catch your drift.
Do you?
No.
So you lie?
Yeah, I'm a liar.
Don't say that so happily. Oh god. Alright, this is looking real good for Dawn. I looked away for not but a moment, and that was mid-regen route, and it seems that I'm a bad luck charm the way the combo dropped the moment I paid a hair more attention here. This, however, he's still going for delay air dash mix. Yeah, people are having a really hard time dealing with that. You can probably fuzzy guard it, especially if they're doing like the same timing with the JBJC there. And again, what a great, that is crazy.
Oh my god. He did.
Here's really nice. Oh, he actually could have passed from this mortal coil if Garanex knew whatever the route needed to be there. I would not be able to tell you what it is on the fly. I've never labbed that scenario out. But it's one of those things. Oh! Chickzama raided with 16 people. Thank you so much for the raid, Chick. You guys should check out Texas BlazBlue. If you go on Chickzama's Twitter page, you can find out more about that Discord if you are in the region of Texas. But thank you so much. Okay, 6 AOD keeps it plus. That's a raw throw. All right, now you would know that Garanex is certainly not throw OSing after an interaction like that.
Or he was just confident that Dom was waiting for a DP.
It's hard to tell sometimes. You guys will full send many a thing. I really like the ICJD there. A really nice way of the charge GD is a really nice way of pushing them away. And I think Dawn right there is a whoa.
The 5B.
Yeah. Have you ever looked at 5B's hitboxes frame by frame?
I cannot say frame by frame.
It is legit a near carbon copy of Ragna's 5B. Like, in terms of the hitbox. Oh my god, you're insane. Okay, don't DDP, just... Oh my god, you're actually better! Except you get hit anyway! Okay, overdrive is available. I'm shocked that Garanex did not burst here. Doll is gone. Relius is slightly more exposed. Has to spend meter there to keep himself safe after the, oh my god, he's not able to finish the throw! He cracked! Oh. Non-cracked!
And Garanex kept the burst.
It's not going to be a crazy knockdown, really. Garanex doesn't have too much to worry about. A healthy UC barrier will get a lot of the job done. Nice throw tech as well. A really deep 5B. I'm not shocked that it anti-aired. I'm simply shocked that he managed to get under and not get clipped by Dawn.
Ooh.
Reckless DDP, but it ends up succeeding. Again, you have to understand, if Garanex lets that rip and Dawn, like, runs up and blocks it, the Fatal will deal high damage, the mix will be crazy, it will be disastrous for Garanex. But right now, I feel like, oh my god. Throws the burst, yikes. Unfortunate. But yeah, one thing that has been, like, really difficult for Garanex to deal with has been the pressure resets on the J2Ds.
Yeah.
Like, again, because it takes Relius so long to get into position for that with the doll, you can usually just wait for them to jump and then just, like, hit your 2C. And, like, especially if it's in the middle of pressure, like, right here, you can 2C that. If you want to be, like, a crazy gamer, you can attempt to, like, I don't know, Phantom Pain there, but, again, like, I don't know. But regardless, it's something really important to look for. And you have to like figure out the mental stack because it's very tough. Like if you're not even used to that to begin with, like it is hard to make that decision. Oh my god, he unpunished. Oh. What? What a weird whiff. I like the DDP there on the calling out the air stalls. You can let Relius fall down to an extent, and realistically you can just unblockable with Phantom Pain, but I think it's good to show a willingness to just like engage with something, especially if they are thinking about doing like a J214B. Oh, this is bad to worse. You are dead here. You are ripped asunder.
Doll punch and Dawn kind of looking poised to make back in the grand finals here.
Yeah, he is. He is looking like he's not chilling. I feel like there's a level of sweat here. The raw statistics of the game sometimes say otherwise here, but it does feel like in general Dawn's getting more and more comfortable as the set goes on, and that is very dangerous here if you Garanex, in my opinion. Okay, another burst coming out here, but that's kind of chill, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I mean, Dawn knows how much he's up, and he just knows he has to win this game to get back to grand finals.
Oh my god, reverse hit Ignis is definitely BG's. That's so unfortunate if you're down to, but you gotta hold that. DPRCs, but because there's no forward movement, he's just stuck in the corner, and he spent $50 to stay here.
He actually spent $50 to block.
Legit. That sucks. When you're like, okay, great. I'm gonna keep myself safe, and then you realize you're stuck here. Oh,
Okay.
He's just punishing. There's no way that you get hit 3 times and you don't kill him for that. CA? No, it's gonna be the command trap. And Dawn gets Game 3. Oh boy. Okay. Please, I beg of y'all, just walk back. Just let Naoto do whatever it is that he's doing, and you will be a-okay. You don't need to run into the living hitbox.
the three hit by the same DP clashing with the doll is pretty crazy.
It is certainly something. Oh boy. All right. Well, that brings us to grand finals here, folks. So this is going to be Fuzzama versus Dawn. No idea if this will be a repeat of winners finals. It is legitimately hard to tell.
Yeah, these players go back and forth all the time. If you ever see them in a grand finals, it's kind of just a coin flip. Whoever locks in more. These guys are playing BlazBlue every waking moment of their life, as far as I know.
I don't know. I see people ping for games at like 8 a.m. or sorry, that's me. I'm the one that's 8 a.m. I was going to say that I see people ping for games at 3 a.m. and I'm like, yo, y'all are awesome. This is some nasty work here. But as it stands, we are here at a slightly more reasonable hour. And again, folks, this is going to be grand finals, and it will be Fuzzama versus Dawn. First to 3, 2 sets, yada yada yada. If you're here for a BlazBlue stream, you probably know what's going on. And while we get into things here, just want to mention a couple of things, and I'll try to be brief about it. You guys can start up your set. Please feel free. But while we're here, we do have our May monthly that is coming up rather soon. It's going to be on May 3rd, and it will feature all of the usual games, including a special someone. We do have Fatal Fury coming on for next month, as it will have released and everything. So we'll have Under Night 2, Fatal Fury, BlazBlue, all of the other usual games over at our monthly. So be sure to check that out. Again, that is May 3rd. Other than that, we can talk about our big thing going on, beach episode soon. As Dawn picks Ragna, I forget if it was against Fuzz, but I remember seeing the Dawn Ragna do a lot more work than I thought it would. Like a week or 2 ago. Oh my god. And one thing that was happening frequently was the DPs. This dude is a menace with the meterless reversal. This is looking pretty decent for the time being. Quick knockdown here. 5B meaty. Right now we're kind of just chilling. Oh my god! Why does he got a 5C out there? That is nuts work. Alright, this is looking pretty good for the time being. Oh my god! That's a huge call out on the DP actually. Wow. By going for the flash kick there, that is absurd. I do feel like Tom's just gonna DP with that. Yeah, bro, he's going on the Ragnar. So Don has done this before. The last time I saw it was like the last time on commentary, which I believe was a week or so ago. 2 weeks ago, I think. Oh my god, that is such good. That was really sick. That was actually really sick. The reason why that was sick is just legit, like, those are really hard call-outs on, like, a Ragnar DP, because otherwise, like, if Fuzz gets clipped by that, like, that's the win in Don's favor. So it was very, very dicey situation.
2B, no confirmed though on that little stagger.
4D connects a little too fast. And again, if that's the weak hit, like especially on block, it is super, super minus. That being said, I don't know if Fuzz otherwise would have loaded up a, oh my god, that's a big hit. Doesn't end up leading to anything huge. Fuzz will try to jump out, and that's where the Hell's Fang is going to work.
Ooh, escape jump.
Oh no. Again, Fuzz really likes to go for the super optimal stuff, so I think he tried to like micro dash C follow-up on stance. I don't know how it works, but I'm sure you know better than me. That was some nasty stuff. I think Don is going to DP. He's going to DP himself. Oh, and that's why Fuzz went for the flash kick.
Oh, you
hard call out.
Yeah.
Really, really hard call out. Oh, just out of the way of the DP. Somehow finding a way to punish here. He's not going to be able to kill, but the side swap is really important here. Tries to succeed to keep it safe, and it's going to be the JCs from 2 miles away connected.
Yeah, that was actually crazy. Just zipping yourself up and having this awkward arc while just mashing JC all the way down.
What shocks me the most is that, like, I've never seen JC connect that consistently at that angle. Like, normally it's a little more finicky and you have to do like the jump cancel, but that wasn't even necessary at all.
The wheel of fate is turning. Rebel
Yeah, I wonder how big each individual hit is for hitbox.
Oh, that's a good question. Alright, Fuzz right now is trying to like go up into the air with Don, and I think it's because he doesn't want Don to be able to threaten. My guess is that he doesn't want Don to be able to do Nightmare Edge. But I do feel that, like, as Fuzz, like, if you're Fuzzama, like, the ability to threaten, like, dashing under Ragnar, trying to go for, the Nightmare Edge is really important. Because otherwise, you kind of let him just, like, escape with a lot of these 2-on-4Bs.
Even Fuzz walk down the corner pretty good, but Fuzz escaping, getting a big hit with the stand follow-up here. Could be a good chunk of damage.
Yeah, that's going to be 4K. Oh my god.
Yeah, bringing down the other corner here.
Anti-airs with the 2-on-4B, and at this point, Fuzz is looking so hard for the DPs from Don that he's just letting Don go, like, whenever he gets it. Like, he's not confirming and then, like, navigating into more offense, like, in favorable places, so he ends up resetting to neutral, like, really frequently. And it gives Don, like, a lot of opportunities to maneuver it around. That's going to be the TRM here, but without an OD cancel backing it up, this combo is not going to kill here.
Oh my god.
You tried to run up throw on a guy that's going to walk around with a whole 100-meter in OD? That's not going to happen. I'll tell you that right now.
Did you try to make it happen, though?
Unsuccessfully, might I add. But again, it's a game 2. It's the Ragnar. I really don't know how much Don plays at this point. Feels like it's a thing. Oh, we're going corner to corner here, actually. And right now, the up backs from Fuzz. Oh no, checking way too hard for the burst there. That's not gonna lead him in a really good spot here at all. You know, catching the burst wasn't going to lead to it. Oh, but catching the Nightmare Edge is absolutely fantastic. Good timing to work with here.
Yeah, I'm gonna charge breaking it. Look at damage on that 4K, that like fully invincible like upkick there.
Oh! That was slick. That was really slick. Being able to navigate, confirm, and immediately, no hesitation, pop the Hotenjin there is nuts.
Please select your character.
Oh, we're going right to character select.
Fuzzama.
Okay.
Mew 12.
So Dawn does play Mu 12. And I think that there are a lot of things that Dawn could potentially flex in this matchup here. But it really all depends on like how on it Dawn is feeling. You know, switching from one like sub character to another sub character is already like very, very difficult. You know, going from sub to main is one thing, but
Rebel 1.
when you're switching to another, you get kind of weird.
Yeah, we'll see how it works out. I'm not sure how deep in the move Dawn is. Oh,
I really can't tell. I know that he's been playing her for like a long time at this point, like at least a year. But I don't know how much like regular maintenance he gives the character. Right now, Fuzz is trying to probe with a ton of like 2 and 4Bs here.
so just up back and like not a lot of movement from either side though. They know the range of which they're threatening.
Exactly. Air throw call out here from Dawn as well. It's going to lead into some pretty great corner Oki. Oh my god, but Fuzz, again, he's looking for burst constantly from Dawn. Like, he will refuse to kill unless he can find a way to guarantee it. And I don't know if that's necessarily always, like, the play for him, because there's a lot of, like, scenarios in which, like, he's getting, like, a hit that'll lead to, like, 3.5k against Dawn. And because he's already trying to, like, bait out a burst, he just returns to neutral anyway, which would have, like, which you could also force and also make somebody burst, like, outright. Like, you may as well just, like, if you're that comfortable in neutral, just take the burst.
Yeah.
Take your damage.
Especially if you're Fuzzama, I mean, them going back to neutral with you is probably... Oh, well, he finally got the burst.
All this time fishing, and finally, by golly, a trout appeared before Fuzz's very eyes.
The bait was on the hook for so long. But
Is that an additional pun? The bait was on the hook?
the bait was, I mean, yeah.
Damn. Better than me. I wouldn't have found the line. Alright, folks.
Oh my god.
That is gonna be it for our bracket again. It's just a quick top 4 for y'all today. Thank you guys all for showing up. I know it's an off week, so you know we don't necessarily have to fight for standings, but I do appreciate folks coming by regardless. So just a couple of things before we forget. The qualifiers for all these players that they've gotten will lead them to a free trip to our regional event, Boston Blue Beach episode. This is going to be from July 18th to the 20th, no longer in August this year. It's going to have plenty of the games from last year with a couple of new additions like City of the Wolves and Rivals of Aether 2. So be sure to check that out at start.gg beach. And you can hit hotelreg.com/Boston Blue Beat. Again, that is a cool thing that's happening. And then I'm going to be talking about this a little bit more on my own personal stream. But I am running the side bracket for BlazBlue this year at Combo Breaker, so I will have some information for that coming up. But that's going to be it for this today, folks. We are about to go off and raid Impurist Club, who is, I think, running some MBTL tonight, or
That's usually what I see them doing, but
double check.
to rotate games here.
Oh, no. Wait a minute. No! Oh, yeah, it's... Imp isn't streaming right now. Hold on. Let me see if I can raid Lit, actually. That'd be really funny. Oh, no, because it still considers it in progress. Let me see. Hold on. I don't know how this works. Oh, you can unrate. Thank you, Chris. Thank you, Chris. You are very, very kind. I am stupid. Please understand. Unless it was somebody else that did it. But anyway, okay, we're gonna raid Omegalid, who is playing Under Night 2, and he's Kaguya Gaming once more. So folks, go on over there, tell Lid hello. Tell him that I actually don't even know anything funny. All right, guys, let's get out of here. I didn't know what stupid thing to say.